Thank you. All right, now we'll head straight to the global space now to find out what's playing out there. And we'll see the UK Chancellor, Rachel Reeves, is calling for Labour MPs to unite ahead of the 2025 budget. But she's also warning that tough choices lie ahead. Let's get a sense of what she's signaling at this point. Join us is Juliana Olayinka, as the London Bureau Chief, joins us via Zoom. Great to have you on the show, Juliana.
Good morning, Laddie.
Good morning. So we see Reeves is urging unity, but she's also hinting that there'll be tough choices. What exactly is she signaling here?
Well, that's absolutely right. I think you laid it out perfectly there. Britain is waiting tomorrow for the autumn budget, which has been hotly anticipated over the past couple of weeks. And Rachel Reeves, the Chancellor, who's been under pressure, I would say, for months now, has hit back at critics, not just in the media and within the Conservative Party, but within her own ranks, within the Labour Party, because there's just been so much disunity and discontent over the past couple of weeks. Now, if our viewers in the UK have been following this story, you'll be aware that there have been leaks of this statement, which she's going to announce in the Commons tomorrow. And I don't think that's helped with the markets, particularly the housing market. I think there are a lot of fears around a mansion tax. So if you own a home, mostly in London, in areas like St John's Wood and Finchley, you're likely going to be paying 25%, and those are big fears. So that's been difficult. There's also been leaks about the NHS, but the big thing, of course, is going to be tax rises, and they're expecting to be about £30 billion worth of tax rises. The Labour Party promised on multiple occasions that they wouldn't be able to do this, but I think Rachel Reeves's fiscal reforms have fallen pretty flat. There hasn't been any momentum, and Sir Keir Starmer, the Prime Minister, who's backed her over the past couple of months, he is also on the ropes. So it's going to be interesting, and let's just see what plays out in the press today.
Right, definitely a wait and see at this point. But what other parts of this budget might Labour MPs struggle with?
I think the huge discontent really has always been around the welfare tax, and also I think the elderly and pensions. I think also, we've been hearing in the local media from lots of young people around the country who are also feeling pretty disenfranchised. I was listening to Kemi Badenoch. She was speaking at the Confederation of British Industry, which is a huge lobby group. I believe they have over 100,000 members. And there are fears that even the high street is dying. So whereas young people in the UK that would be studying, they would be able to work in stores up and down the high streets, a lot of these high streets are dying because tax and business rates are really high. So I think there are lots of concerns. However, I think, the UK is still, of course, a very strong economy. And, there are areas of growth, particularly around AI and life sciences. But Rachel Reeves has got to get it right. I think there are going to be some negative headlines around tax rises. But let's see if she's able to convince the British public to stand behind her fiscal, reforms and the government itself.
All right, I guess all eyes on Rachel Reeves this week and the budget in the UK. Thank you so much, Juliana, for breaking it down for us.
Thank you, Laddie.
All right, now let's take it on to the U.S. U.S. President Donald Trump signed an executive order aimed at launching a pan-government venture to build an integrated artificial intelligence platform that will use federal scientific data. The venture, which Trump called the Genesis Mission, aims to boost scientific research and fast-track discoveries by using AI and massive government scientific data sets. And to EVs now, Tesla's European sales nearly halved in October, while Chinese rival BYD outsold the firm and also clinched a greater market share in the region. Tesla Inc. Registered 6,964 new cars in the European Union, Euro Free Trade region, and the UK in October, down 48.5% year-on-year. That's data from the European Automobile Manufacturers Association, ASIA. That's the data that showed today. So definitely all eyes on how that plays out for the Tesla stock today. Then for tech now, see Apple, that's a report on Bloomberg that they're cutting jobs across the sales team. I wonder why at this point. So we'll get more information on that, but that's one of the top stories right there in the global space.